Hey y'all. So this round of videos is going to be for the entire month of September as opposed to the usual bi-monthly format because by the time you see these, I will be off having a very particular sort of adventure. If you want to hear a little bit more about what that could possibly be, I will be posting a This Is Me update, which is my series about my own personal lifetimes and shenanigans. The title of that video will be This Is Me, Bon Voyage. So take a look if you are curious. And then for October, we'll be back to the bi-monthly format. And you'll also have your couple month ahead, Mabon and Samhain for September, October ahead videos coming at you as well in September. So enjoy. Hey Virgos, how y'all doing? Welcome. We're going to be taking a look at your September monthly reading. So in your meditation, I saw the image of a peacock, which firstly is very much about allowing yourself to be seen. It is about beauty, but it's about inner and outer beauty, which also equates it to like a King of Cups energy, which is about that emotional equilibrium, emotional intelligence, which is always nice. And it's very much about allowing yourself to benefit fully from your emotions because they are balanced. Right? We only really can work with them and have, the full benefit of those in the context that they, can fuel our intuition if they are balanced, right? It's when we try to push them away or deny them or even allow them to, overrun us and overwhelm us, right? Which is very, very human. But it's really when our emotions are balanced, like that beautiful peacock energy, that we really have that wonderful yin and yang going. We're able to come from a place of emotional intelligence, and yet we're able to blend it with like that peacock energy as it is an air slash water energy, that observation, intelligence, and focus as well. So it's a beautiful blend of the two. So with that, I saw the image of this peacock, but then it went to the image of like an iPad, and someone was, the Virgo Collective, was drawing a peacock on this iPad in like a artist app or something. I'm not that familiar, but it was like an artist app where you could like draw and edit and make really beautiful visuals like on this app. And then I saw the words update, re-envision, revamp, rebrand. So this is really interesting. I get this energy from that meditation that during your birthday season, which happy birthday season, by the way, and I get this energy. You are coming from a place of you have a very particular, set of skills. I had to quote taken. But you have particular gifts and talents that allow you to have, attention to detail, but also see things in a way that other people discount or didn't consider. That's what makes Virgos such beautiful problem solvers and why they're so great to have around, especially in a crisis situation. Because you guys just have this ability to just go, okay, well, how about, did you try this yet? Did you think about this yet? Right? It is a superpower that you guys have. I feel like you are taking that superpower, right? Because you guys are humanitarians in such a pronounced way. You love helping others, right? You see other people's solutions and issues very, very easily. I feel like during this time you are taking that superpower and pivoting it so that it's looking at you. And you're taking your superpower and you're allowing yourself to benefit from it. I feel like you're becoming your own PR agent. I feel like you're becoming your own publicist. I think it's the same thing. Your own promoter, your own agent, your own manager, your own, motivational speaker. It's you're becoming your own source of power and your own sort of advocate for what you are capable of. So it feels like everything that normally goes this way is going this way. And it's aligning you with opportunities and potentials that feel very exciting and have the potential to up your revenue abilities, your earning ability, but also align you in a networking sense, because that peacock again is about being seen by other people in public. It's aligning you with people and partnerships that are going to, from a networking perspective, elevate you in some way, shape, or form from where you are. And when I say elevate, we're talking about your work, your money, we're talking about how you live, we're talking about what offers are available. I'm getting this sense of like the networking aspect. Networking is a funny thing. And a lot of the times it can feel like such a bore and such a drag, right? It's like, oh God, I have to network, at least for me. But I guess, Leos love it, I guess. But there's an aspect of that that says if you network, it's not just about your networking for your work or your networking for one specific thing. The people that you meet have the ability, like through the universal architect that exists, to align you with potentials that you could never consider when embarking on that networking objective. Meaning, networking well and who you know can get you great housing when you need it. Yes, great job opportunities, but also introducing you to a potential romantic interest. Like it's really about who you know. This, Virgo. You align with that, knowing deeply, and I feel like that is going to come into major focus and play for you during this time. But it feels really, 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 really good. It feels like you're going to have some publicity or some opportunities that just feel like they're taking you to the next level. So with that being said, let's go ahead and see what your cards say. Hey Virgos, let's go ahead and see what your animal energy is for the month of September. Animal energy for Virgo. Oh, yeah. This is so perfect for you. So here we have horse energy. So if you know me at all, you know that when you get an animal that is of your like element in your reading, it's always a special synchronicity from the universe going, this is going to be an especially important or potent or significant or fabulous time for you. So I love that you got some earth energy for your earth sign selves, right? Quenching that need for earth. So horse energy is so amazing because it equates to that of the chariot, right? In the tarot, which is about success, victory, fast, forward moving, balanced movement. It's about travel. It's about potential. It also has an aspect to it of an Eight of Wands energy, which is about, again, travel. You have two aspects of travel inherent in the horse, right? Which makes sense. They're known to travel. They're travelers. They, across history have carried people, to far off places. So there's that aspect of this, but they're also about messages, opportunities, insights, and connections. So this is beautifully aligning with your meditation. I really like to see this for you. This also aligns with an aspect of Cancerian energy with that moon there, as moon rules the sign of Cancer. So there's this aspect of, with that moon, of luck, of taking your chance, of that wheel of fortune turning for you, and you never know what could happen, right? I'm seeing the image of like a TV show where, do you ever see those shows where like so much happens within an hour? You're like, what? Like the beginning of the show is like, oh, I need to fund my, I don't know, my film project, and I have to raise $1 million by tonight, or else I'm gonna lose ABCXYZ, and if I do that, then I'm gonna lose my house and whatever. It's just like really ridiculous circumstances. You're like, they're not gonna do this by the end of the episode, but then they end up like, dipping in, unexpectedly to this like networking party, and they end up meeting these people, and there's one benefactor who's like, how about I got a feeling about you, kid. How's 1 million? And you're like, wow, they did that episode. That's what this feels like for you. That's what this feels like. Happenstance, luck, chance, movement. Again, why do I feel like you're being your own publicist, your own agent, your own advocate in some way? It's really, really nice. Let's see what's going on, Virgo. Ooh, I like the energy, though. I like it very good. Okay. Wands, definitely wands. So we have 7 of wands here. Now, traditionally speaking, the wands, of course, are fire, right? But they rule the realm of the actions that we do or don't take, usually around the work that we love to do. right? But also in our life. It's about what inspires us, what gives us passion, and what we do or don't do about it, right? But Seven of Wands is brilliant. And I feel like you as Virgos can really identify with this energy inherently because it's about, knowing that any obstacle that arises, and they will because it's life, right? They are surmountable through sheer force of will, faith, and effort. Will, faith, and effort. That is you, Virgo, right? So this is you showing this willingness and this energy and this capacity to work for it and make it work. And I like that, right? It's that climb, it's that effort, it's that purpose. Look at how focused Alice is. Eye on the prizes. Feels really good, Virgo. Whenever this comes up, it's like, okay, you're going to be okay. You got this, right? It's wonderful. What else is going on? What else is going on? Ooh, interesting indeed. So we've got your major arcana here of the Devil key, which is Capricorn, a fellow earth sign, but of course. Now what's really interesting about this is that traditionally speaking, the Devil is about all things material, right? It's everything in the 3D. It's money, right? It's what you eat, it's your physical body, it's your physical circumstances. And the Devil also equates to, which is Capricorn energy, right? Capricorns are known, I was just talking about this the other day to someone. I was saying that, someone asked me why the Devil represented Capricorn energy. And I said to them, well, it does carry in it traits that Capricorns are known for. First and foremost, they're known for being hard workers, right? And I said, but I honestly think that Virgos may have them rivaled for that title. I just said that to someone. So I like that this is coming up for you too. It's a little bit of an extra synchronicity, Zhuzh, but it really feels like you were in it to win it. You're in for the prize. But here's the situation with this as well. The Devil also speaks of aspects of ourselves that feel restricted by our situations, self-perceived limitations, or fear that holds us back, right? And the fact that this is pointing to the 6 as well, and it being, the Devil energy, I do feel like there are aspects of this where you are going to be made aware, either through retrospect or active experience. There's going to be, and that makes sense because your birthday season, it's your own personal new year. It's a time for reflection, right? And thinking ahead. But I feel like there are aspects of you during this time that are having some realizations around like, I really have held myself back in this series of ways. Wow, when I did this, that's what led me to that, which is what got me here. It's sort of piecing things together in a pragmatic and almost it's like a revelation coming through to you, where it's like, wow, I can really see how my choices in that certain situation led to this, which led to this, which led to this. And I think the more that you embrace that energy of realization and seeing things from that vantage point of understanding and clarity, I think the more it's going to empower you to own your choices moving forward, right? There's something about this. Something about this. I always hear, whenever I think about that concept, it always makes me think of that song of God Bless the Broken Road That Led Me Straight to You by Rascal Flatts. That's what this feels like. It's like when you can really truly understand why things needed to happen in your experience and how they led to other things that you're grateful for that needed to happen, suddenly we're able to heal ourselves in a different way, in a more profound way, right? So you've got the Magician here, which I couldn't be less surprised to see. The Magician, another major arcana for you, is really about, your force of will. Now, this came up with 7 of Wands as well, right? But this is about actively manifesting, actively taking ownership of your life, your potential, your experience. It's about using all those tools at your disposal to manifest everything that you desire and that you deserve, right? Just got to clear the screen there. There we go. So there's an aspect of this that says, I have all the power that I need. I am able. Okay, able. I'm able. I'm capable. I'm empowered. I'm making choices. There's this aspect of making choices that feels like it's really the undercurrent here. in such a profound way. But the Magician is, because we are our choices. I know that you know this, right? News at 9. But we are our choices. So much so. And I think the more that you were able to look back at your experience through that lens of curiosity and not judgment, the more you'll be able to get some context and healing and perspective and context from the past and what got you to where you are, which will help you create the blueprint to where you're going, which just feels really, really positive, right? This also feels, again, like that peacock energy, like that King of Cups. It is a very King of Cups zhuzh to say, I can look back and with curiosity and not judgment and just have a true acceptance of all of your experiences without feeling the need to label them as good or bad, right? Something in that, Virgo. Let's get some advice, shall we? Let's get some advice. Oh, it's one of my absolute favorites. Listen to me now. I'm going to tell you something. So whenever I ask for advice for myself in my life and I pull a card, I get this a lot. And I'm an air sign, I'm an Aquarius, and you've heard me say this before. In my opinion, well, not just in my opinion, but it's a commonly held opinion, that Virgos and Aquarians are like two peas in a pod. Like Virgos are Aquarians that are more grounded, right? And Aquarians are Virgos that, are able to, dream in a psychedelic way. So it's like Virgos ground Aquarians, but they understand them inherently. And then Aquarians inspire Virgos to think outside of the box. It's a really power couple, and that's coming through for you in here as well. So your advice is the 8 of Swords. So here's why I love this so much. Because traditionally speaking, 8 of Swords is about restricted vision, right? That's the mole there, right? Restricted vision, analysis paralysis, not seeing things clearly, right? Being in a mental prison to which only you hold the key, all of that. But what I'm really obsessed with in this context, because it's coming up as your advice, is this is about flip this upside down and see things clearly. Take the blindfold off, right? Examine your own limited perspective. Examine your own biases. That is the key to your freedom. Your own self-limiting beliefs, your self-perceived limitations, they are keeping you small in some way. They're keeping you small in some way. I'm hearing, I can't remember the exact quote, but there's this aspect of this truth, right? Where the people who are the most successful aren't always the most talented or the most fit for the job. And they aren't even always the best people, right? In terms of like being a good person or deserving. The most successful people just believe inherently that they deserve all the success in the world. And then it happens because their belief system is an energetic match to that reality, right? A lot of the times it's the most talented, the most capable, the best people that don't really reach those peaks of manifestation, abundance, all of those things, because there are issues of self-worth involved. And then also telling ourselves, no, that's not possible, or no, I couldn't do that, or no, it would never go that, whatever it is. I'm not enough, whatever that is, right? With this advice, you're being asked to really rip off that blindfold, examine your own biases about yourself. Examine your biases about yourself, because you have an opportunity in doing so to get some real clarity here, and then really bound forward, succeeding and manifesting on a level that you haven't necessarily experienced before. Examining your own biases. That feels incredibly important. Let's get an oracle for you. And it wouldn't come up in that way if there wasn't some, potential earnings or happenstance on the other side of this, right? But it's the person at the networking event who feels like everybody in this room would be lesser for not meeting me tonight. You know what I mean? It's that source of audacity. It's that audacity, that magician's audacity, right? That says like, oh, okay. Like, no, I will apply for this job or whatever it is, and I will get it because they need me. It's that kind of, and I'm not, I don't say that to kind of, make light of it and go like, okay, ego. It's not ego. It's self-worth and belief. It's that gumption, right? That can really cut through, your own biases that you have about yourself and propel you to what you actually deserve. Because here's the tea. Oh my Lord, do we get in our own way as humans, right? And this is just another way of saying you're going to want to get out of your own way because there are opportunities here. Hello. That you're not going to want to miss. And then you have adventure of your oracle. Hello and goodbye. Adventure. Stunning. So this, first of all, I want to point out that this says October 5th on there, and we're looking at your birthday season and then moving into October right after it, which is Libra, the beginning of Libra season. There's something about that I feel like is giving me a wink here, like, hello. So this aspect of adventure, this queen is literally in a corset riding a butterfly in Paris. There's this aspect of this that says, what's possible? What's impossible? What you think? It's really about going beyond your perceived limitations and then embracing the true adventure of your experience. Part of the adventurous spirit is not knowing, what is going to come out of what chances you're taking and the ideas that you have. It's just believing that you are capable of living a life that you are truly, deeply happy about. And that's what this is. Right? And that's really across all contexts, work, interpersonal relationships, whatever. It's about having a life that you are so deeply, deeply satisfied by, right? And how is that going? It's really important to check in with ourselves around that stuff because we really get bogged down in the day-to-day. And then it's like that aspect of adventure. It's I always see the Hobbit with this, where Gandalf comes like in the Hobbit and says like, hey, like, are you ready for an adventure? Do you want to be a burglar? Do you want to like go and help these dwarves get the mountain back? And then he's like, but I'd have to leave my hobbit hole and my cheese board and my, my bread rolls and my, comforts of home. And then Gandalf says, wouldn't you trade all of that for adventure? What is life worth if there's no adventure? And I feel like there's a sense of like taking a risk, taking a chance on yourself, really examining through the lens of like, how happy am I? How satisfied with am I about my life? And really considering that for yourself, because I feel like that can hold a lot of happy information for you, right? Also the horse, the the adventure, the magician. This is all forward, masculine, moving energy. You are being called to action, right? I really love this for you, Virgo, because you guys do action so very well. And I'm here for it. So with that being said, Virgos, I'm sending you so many blessings for September. I so hope that this helps and resonates. If so, please do let me know in the comments below. I love reading your comments. Please like, share, and subscribe. I would so appreciate that. A very happy, like I said, continuation of your birthday season. And with that being said, just thank you. Thank you so, so much for being here. And most of all, and as always, thank you for being you. And be well. Until next time.